Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into ACIM Lesson 12.
And the lesson is exactly this. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. Just let that sink in for a second, because it's incredibly profound and, honestly, totally counterintuitive. Normally, we think we're upset because the world means way too much, right? Like it's too harsh, too demanding, or just flat out unfair. But this source text flips that whole assumption right on its head. It suggests the exact opposite, that the root of our upset is actually that the world means nothing at all.
So, Section 1, the root of your upset and correcting this major perceptual distortion. To really understand the why here, we have to look at what the text calls a major perceptual distortion. You see, you probably think your upset is caused by what's out there, a frightening, sad, violent, or maybe just an insane world. You believe those qualities are baked right into the fabric of reality. But the actual reality, according to this lesson, the world is meaningless in itself. Those frightening or sad attributes, the text says it clearly. All these attributes are given it by you. It's like you're projecting your own internal fears and judgments onto a completely blank screen. To wrap our heads around this, we've got to rethink the word meaningless. In everyday language, it sounds like a negative, depressing void, doesn't it? But here, we need to totally demystify it. Meaningless is not a negative term at all. It's perfectly neutral. It simply means reality is neither good nor bad in itself. It's a blank slate, a totally neutral canvas upon which you are writing your own attributes and labels.
Moving on to Section 2, let's look at equalizing good and bad, and why both positives and negatives count.
This brings us to a fascinating twist, where we have to level the playing field between the things we like and the things we don't. When you're applying descriptive words during this exercise, it's pretty natural to use negative terms. You might look around and think of a fearful, dangerous, or hostile world. But the source insists you absolutely must include positive terms too, like a good or satisfying world. Why? Because a good world inherently implies a bad one. A satisfying world implies an unsatisfying one. You're still judging. So for the purpose of correcting your perception, their seeming qualities simply does not matter. All right, Section 3, the practice itself. Let's go step by step on how to actually retrain your sight. So, how do we actually do this? Let's drop our pace to match the measured cadence of the exercise. First, keep your eyes open and just look around you slowly. Second, keep a measured, even tempo as you shift your glances. Don't let the time you look at one object become markedly longer or shorter than another. Third, as your eyes rest on something, say to yourself, I think I see a dangerous world, or a satisfying world. And fourth, give whatever you see equal attention and equal time. Be sure you don't alter the time intervals just because you think something is present versus unpleasant. By giving everything equal time, you're taking the beginning steps to give all things equal value. Which brings us to Section 4, the ultimate truth and erasing your words. If we can loosen our grip on our judgments, there is a massive philosophical payoff waiting for us. The text promises this: if you could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for you, it would make you indescribably happy. Think about that for a second. When we stop frantically scribbling our own anxieties, fears, and judgments all over the blank slate of the world, we make room for something incredible. We find an indescribable happiness that comes from simply accepting what is, completely free of our distorting labels. Because the world is objectively meaningless, you feel this impulse to write upon it what you would have it be. And that is exactly what you end up seeing. But beneath your words, according to the text, is written the Word of God, the deeper, universal truth. Now, the text acknowledges this truth might actually upset you right now, mostly because it conflicts with the dramatic world you've constructed in your mind. But when your words have been erased, you will see His. And erasing your own projected meaning is the ultimate purpose of these exercises. Okay, Section 5. Let's cover the daily practice guidelines and keep it simple. To get to that profound realization, we have to put in the daily work. And your magic number for duration is 1. Just 1 minute. The practice periods should never exceed 60 seconds. In fact, the text notes you might find even a single minute feels too long. If you experience any sense of strain while trying to maintain that slow, even tempo of looking around, you should terminate the exercise immediately. Do not push through the strain. Here's your complete practice framework. You only need to do this 3 or 4 times a day for a maximum of 1 minute per session. And remember that golden rule. Terminate immediately if you feel a sense of strain.
This is all you need to do to begin retraining your perception and equalizing the world around you. As you wrap up each of those brief 1-minute sessions, after you have looked around, applying your positive and negative descriptive words with equal time and attention, you must add this exact phrase at the very end. But I am upset because I see a meaningless world. This finalizes the practice period, reminding you that despite all the scary or pleasant labels you just applied, the real source of your discomfort is confronting the blank slate of reality. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. Your takeaway today is to practice recognizing that blank slate. But ask yourself this: what would your reality look like tomorrow if you finally stopped writing your own script over it today? If you found this explainer helpful in breaking down the source material, please hit that like button and make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on our structured learning sessions. Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.